you've been wondering. Maybe it's the way he looks at you when you're not watching. Maybe it's how he remembers things you forgot you even said. He hasn't said the words, not yet, but something in your gut keeps whispering. He feels something, doesn't he? The truth is, most men don't come out and declare their feelings right away, not because they don't feel them, but because they're afraid. Afraid of misreading you, afraid of being vulnerable, afraid of risking the comfort of the connection you already share. So instead of saying it, they show it. In small ways, quiet ways, ways that are easy to miss if you're not paying attention. But if you are paying attention, you'll see it. In the way he leans in when you speak, in how he texts back faster than he responds to anyone else, in how he notices your mood before you even say a word. Love, or the beginning of it, often shows up not in grand gestures, but in little patterns. The kind of gestures that, when added up, tell you everything without a single "I like you" spoken out loud. This isn't about playing games or trying to read signs that aren't there. This is about learning to recognize real affection when it's present, in action, in energy, in effort. Because when a man likes you, even if he hasn't admitted it to himself yet, his body and behavior already know the truth. The way his eyes search for you in a crowded room. The way his mood lifts when you're near. The quiet protectiveness in how he treats you, even if he hasn't named what he feels. And maybe you're here because you're tired of wondering, because your heart is starting to hope, but your mind wants to be sure. Maybe you've been hurt before, led on by words that didn't mean anything, or ghosted by people who pretended to care. So now, you're looking not just for romance, but for proof. For real, quiet, reliable signs that someone is not just interested in the idea of you, but in you, your voice, your thoughts, your soul. So in this guide, we're not going to give you cliches or play guessing games. We're going to walk through 15 clear, meaningful signs that a man shows when he genuinely likes you, even if he hasn't said it out loud. These signs are based on emotional presence, behavioral patterns, and the little things that speak volumes, because love doesn't always start with words. Sometimes it starts with a look, a pause, a choice to stay close, even when silence fills the space. Let's begin. 1. He looks at you like you're the only person in the room. There's a kind of gaze that doesn't just see, it feels. When a man truly likes you, his eyes linger in a way that feels like the rest of the world disappears. Even in a room full of noise, people, and distractions, his focus quietly settles on you. It's not just about attraction, it's about attention, undivided, consistent, and warm. His eyes seem to follow your every move, not in a controlling way, but as if you bring a kind of calm to the chaos around him. He might not even realize he's doing it, but every time you speak, smile, or even just exist near him, his gaze softens, sharpens, or brightens, depending on the moment. It's the way he listens with his eyes, not just his ears. It's how he watches you laugh like it's the most beautiful sound he's ever heard. Even when he's in a group or in the middle of something important, the moment you enter the room, his energy shifts. It's like his mind and body recalibrate to your presence. You don't have to try or perform. Just being there is enough to hold his attention completely. There's a sincerity in his stare, not just interest. You might catch him looking at you when he thinks you're not paying attention. And instead of looking away in embarrassment, hell, just smile. A small, knowing smile that says more than words ever could. That's when you know you're not just seen, you're noticed. And in a world full of distractions, that kind of gaze means everything too. He remembers little things you said weeks ago. When a man truly likes you, He pays attention to the details most people overlook. You might mention your favorite drink in passing, talk about a childhood memory once, or share a small fear during a late-night conversation. And weeks later, he brings it up naturally without needing a reminder. It's not about him trying to impress you. It's because he was genuinely listening. Your words stayed with him, quietly tucked away in his mind, not because he had to remember, but because he wanted to. There's something deeply intimate about being remembered for the small things. It makes you feel seen on a level that goes beyond surface-level compliments or generic attention. When he recalls something insignificant you said long ago, it means that moment mattered to him. It means you matter. It means that even when you think you're just talking, he's actively absorbing, because what you say, even the tiniest thought, holds weight in his world. He might surprise you with something simple, like asking how your meeting went that you mentioned in passing, or checking on a friend you once said was struggling. These are not grand gestures, but they carry quiet meaning. They show consistency, care, and a deeper level of emotional investment. Remembering little things isn't just about memory. It's about emotional connection. He's tuned into you, not just physically or socially, but mentally and emotionally. He's holding on to pieces of your world because he wants to be part of it. 3. He finds excuses to be near you. When a man likes you, his presence starts to feel familiar, not by accident, but by quiet intention. He's suddenly always around, not in an obvious or overwhelming way, but in small, repeated moments that start to feel like patterns. He offers to help with things he doesn't need to. He sits near you even when there are plenty of other seats available. He joins conversations you're in, even if they have nothing to do with him. It's like he's drawn to you without saying it out loud. He creates opportunities to share space with you, whether it's walking beside you, staying back a few minutes after something ends just because you're still there, or showing up somewhere with the perfect timing that doesn't feel like coincidence. These moments might seem small, but they're full of meaning. Because behind every accidental encounter or casual offer to help is a quiet desire to be close, to share time, to feel connected. Even if he's not the type to speak openly about his feelings, his actions tell the truth. His excuses to be near you are his way of saying, I feel something when I'm around you, and I want more of that. Whether he's offering to carry something for you, sitting close during group settings, or just appearing in places he knows you'll be, it all adds up. It's not about control, it's about comfort. Being near you brings him peace, joy, and something he might not even fully understand yet. But his presence speaks for him, even when his words don't. He mirrors your body language and phrases. When a man is genuinely interested in you, his mind and body naturally begin to sync with yours, often without him realizing it. You might notice that he picks up on your gestures, adopts your way of speaking, or even uses similar expressions and slang after spending time with you. If you cross your arms, he might do the same. If you lean in while talking, he leans too. This subtle mirroring isn't forced. It's a reflection of emotional connection and subconscious alignment. His behavior adjusts to match your rhythm, your mood, and your energy. If you laugh a certain way, he begins to laugh similarly. If you often use a specific word or catchphrase, he starts weaving it into his sentences as if it was always his. These small reflections show that he's fully present with you. His body responds in a way that says, I feel comfortable with you. I want to relate to you. This kind of mirroring builds trust and intimacy. It's how people naturally connect when they feel safe and drawn to each other. It's not manipulation, it's chemistry. When someone is emotionally engaged, their mind picks up on cues and responds in harmony. It means he's paying close attention, not just to what you say, but to how you say it. your expressions, your posture, even your tone become familiar to him, and part of him responds in kind. It's a quiet, beautiful sign that your presence has begun to shape his world in small but meaningful ways. He gets slightly jealous, but stays respectful. When a man truly likes you, it's natural for him to feel a flicker of jealousy, not the kind that tries to control you, but the kind that shows he values you. He might tense up a little when another guy gets too close or when you talk excitedly about someone else, but he won't act out or make a scene. Instead, he takes a quiet step back, watches closely, and reassures himself without crossing any lines. His jealousy isn't rooted in insecurity, it's rooted in care. He may not say it directly, but you'll feel it. A shift in his energy, a pause, a glance that lingers longer than usual. He might suddenly seem quieter or more thoughtful, not because he wants to punish you, but because he's trying to manage his emotions in a way that doesn't burden you. He knows that love and interest aren't proven through possession, but through patience and trust. What makes it meaningful is how he handles that jealousy. He doesn't try to guilt you, doesn't question your choices, doesn't act out of anger. Instead, he lets the feeling pass, knowing that real connections aren't built by force. His respect for you overrides his personal discomfort, and that's what sets him apart. It's in the way he chooses to honor your freedom, while still silently wishing you choose him. His restraint is not weakness. It's quiet strength, showing that his interest in you is mature, honest, and rooted in something deeper than fleeting emotions. 6. He always replies quickly to your messages. When a man truly likes you, your messages don't sit in his inbox for long. He doesn't play games or wait hours just to seem busy. Instead, he responds as soon as he can, not out of obligation, but because hearing from you is genuinely important to him. Even if he's in the middle of something, he finds a moment to acknowledge your message. That quick reply is his quiet way of saying, "You matter to me." It's not just about speed, it's about priority. He may not always have the perfect words, but he makes the effort to respond, even if it's short, just to keep the connection warm. He doesn't want to leave you wondering or feeling ignored. Whether it's a funny meme, a simple good morning, or a late-night thought, he sees your messages as a doorway to closeness, and he steps through without hesitation. Fast replies show he values the conversation, but more than that, they show he values you. You're not just another notification. You're someone whose presence he welcomes, even through a screen. It's a reflection of his interest, his respect, and his desire to stay connected. And in a world where attention is divided and distractions are constant, his quick reply becomes something rare, a small but powerful sign that you're on his mind, and he wants you to stay there. 7. He checks on you, even when you're quiet. When a man truly cares, he doesn't just show up when things are loud, fun, or obvious. He notices the silence too. If you go quiet, stop texting, or pull back emotionally, he doesn't wait for you to come back first. He reaches out, not because he needs something, but because he senses something. He may send a simple message like, "Hey, just checking in," or ask how your day's going with genuine concern behind the words. He's not trying to invade your space. He's trying to make sure you're okay. That kind of attention isn't random. It comes from a place of emotional awareness. He's learned your patterns, the tone of your messages, the way you laugh, the timing of your replies. So when something shifts, even slightly, he feels it. And instead of brushing it off, he acts. Quietly, gently, just to remind you that you're not alone. Checking in during your silence is a powerful sign. It means he's not only drawn to your highs, but he's also willing to sit with you through your lows. It shows he values more than the good times. He values you, in all your moods, in all your moments. He cares enough to notice what others might miss. And in a world that often overlooks what's unspoken, his message, call, or presence during your silence speaks volumes. 8. He laughs more when he's around you. Laughter has a way of revealing what words sometimes can't. When a man really likes you, his laughter becomes more frequent, more natural, and more genuine in your presence. It's not just that you're funny, it's that you make him feel good. His guard drops, his smile lingers longer, and even the smallest things you say seem to spark joy in him. It's his body's honest response to feeling safe, happy, and emotionally connected. You might notice he laughs at your jokes more than others do, or that he starts smiling before you even finish speaking. Sometimes his laughter comes from nervousness, a flutter of excitement he can't fully control. Other times, it's the kind of deep, relaxed laugh that shows he's completely at ease with you. Around you, his serious face softens, his stress fades, and his energy lifts. Not because he's trying to impress you, but because being with you feels better. He doesn't need a punchline or a perfect setup. Your presence alone becomes the joy. The way you talk, your expressions, even your awkward moments, they all light something up in him, and the more he laughs around you, the more you can sense the truth behind it. You're not just making him laugh, you're making him feel something he wants to keep feeling. 9. He compliments things others don't notice. When a man genuinely likes you, his compliments go deeper than the usual surface-level praise. He sees you in a way others don't. While most people might comment on your outfit or looks, he points out the way your eyes light up when you talk about something you love, the way you comfort people around you, or the quiet confidence in your voice when you speak your truth. His compliments catch you off guard. Not because they're exaggerated, but because they're real. He pays attention to the subtle, beautiful things you might not even notice about yourself. The way you tilt your head when you're thinking, the rhythm of your walk, the strength in your silence. He brings those things into the light, not just to flatter you, but because he truly admires them. His words are thoughtful, specific, and full of meaning, proof that he's watching, listening, and appreciating you on a deeper level. These kinds of compliments make you feel understood, seen, not just looked at, but noticed. And that difference matters. It means he's not focused only on what the world sees. He's drawn to the parts of you that you don't advertise, the traits that live quietly beneath the surface. And when he brings those parts into his words, it's his way of telling you, I see your beauty, all of it. 10. He opens up about personal stuff only to you. When a man truly likes you, something shifts in how he communicates. He doesn't just keep the conversation light or playful. He begins to share things that matter, not to impress you, but to connect with you. His tone softens when he talks about his past, his fears, or the parts of himself he doesn't show to just anyone. He lets you see the pieces of him that are usually guarded, and in doing so, he's trusting you with more than just words. He's offering his vulnerability. It might start with small things, a story from childhood, a struggle he once faced, or an opinion he usually keeps to himself. But over time, the depth increases. He talks about the things that shaped him, the people who hurt him, the dreams he's scared to chase. He may not always say them perfectly, but his honesty is clear. And it's not for everyone, it's for you. This kind of openness isn't easy, especially for someone used to hiding emotions behind strength or silence. So when he chooses to let you in, it's a powerful sign of connection. It shows he doesn't just enjoy being around you, he trusts you enough to be real. With you, he doesn't have to pretend or hold back. And that level of emotional exposure is his quiet way of saying, you make me feel safe. You matter enough to know the truth. 11. He includes you in his future plans casually. When a man truly likes you, His thoughts about the future naturally start to include you, not in dramatic declarations, but in quiet, effortless ways. He might talk about a trip he wants to take someday and say, "We should go there," without even thinking twice. Or he'll mention how he's saving up for a house and then add, "You'd love the kitchen." These aren't grand gestures or proposals, they're subtle signs that in his mind, you're already part of what's coming next. He starts to use we instead of I without hesitation. Whether it's weekend plans, a future event, or even just what to eat later, he naturally loops you into the narrative. It doesn't feel forced. It's not about pushing commitment too fast. It's just that he enjoys the idea of you being there, not just now, but later too. And when someone likes having you in their life, the thought of the future doesn't feel complete without you in it. These casual mentions show that he's not just thinking short term. He's imagining a version of life where your presence is constant. He may not spell it out clearly, but the small comments reveal his growing emotional investment. You become part of his tomorrow, in jokes, in dreams, in moments that haven't happened yet. And when a man starts building his future with room for you in it, even in simple ways, it's a quiet but clear sign that his feelings are deepening. 12. He introduces you to people important to him. When a man genuinely likes you, he doesn't keep you hidden or separate from the parts of his life that matter. He brings you into them. One of the clearest signs is when he starts introducing you to the people who hold value in his world. Whether it's close friends, siblings, or even a mentor, letting you meet them is his way of saying, "You're important too." It's not just about being social. It's about showing that he wants you to know where he comes from and who shapes his life. This kind of introduction means more than it seems. He wants the people he trusts to see you, to know you, and possibly even to like you. He isn't afraid of mixing his worlds because he sees you as someone worth sharing. And more than that, he watches how you interact with them, not to test you, but because he's proud to have you by his side. Your presence matters to him, and he wants those he cares about to see why. It might start with casual meetups or group outings, but the intention is there. He's building a bridge between his heart and his home, and you're standing in the middle of it. Being introduced to important people is a quiet form of commitment. It says, you're not temporary. You're part of the bigger picture I'm trying to create. And in that picture, you're not just welcome, you're meant to be there. 13. He notices small changes in your appearance. When a man truly likes you, his eyes are tuned into more than just the obvious. He picks up on the subtle shifts you might not expect anyone to see. Whether it's a new hairstyle, a different shade of lipstick, or a new pair of earrings, he sees it. And not only does he notice, but he also mentions it in a way that feels sincere, not rehearsed. It's not about being overly observant. It's about you being his focus, even in the smallest details. His attention isn't surface level, it's personal. You could have changed something tiny, something no one else comments on. But he does. And when he does, it catches you off guard. Not because it's exaggerated, but because it feels honest. He may not always use fancy words, but there's something warm in the way he says, "You did something different with your hair," or "that color looks really good on you." It means he's watching with interest, not just glancing and moving on. This kind of noticing shows that you're not just background in his day. You're someone he looks at closely, someone whose presence matters enough to pay attention to. It's not just about physical attraction. It's about being emotionally invested in your world, your choices, and your presence. And when someone sees the small changes, it means they're seeing the whole of you. Not just how you look, but how you show up. He makes time for you no matter how busy he is. When a man truly likes you, you'll never have to guess whether you matter to him. His actions will make it clear. Even in the middle of a packed schedule, tight deadlines, or long days, he finds a way to connect. It might be a quick call, a short message, or carving out just a few minutes to see you. He doesn't make excuses. He makes time. Because being close to you isn't a task, it's something that recharges him. It's not about how much time he gives, it's about the intention behind it. He could be running from one thing to another, but he pauses when it comes to you. Even if he's exhausted, he'll still check in, still show up, still listen. That effort speaks volumes. It means you're not an afterthought. You're part of the priority list, maybe even at the top. Busy people make time for what's important, and when he chooses to spend his limited energy or space in the day with you, it's a reflection of how much you mean to him. It's not always in big, romantic gestures. Sometimes it's in the little acts. Calling before bed, remembering something you said during the day, or simply being present when he could be somewhere else. His time becomes an offering. And when he gives it freely to you, it's one of the clearest signs his feelings are real. His eyes light up when he sees you unexpectedly. There's a kind of reaction that can't be faked. The way someone's eyes brighten the moment they see you, especially when they weren't expecting to. It's instant, unfiltered, and deeply revealing. When a man truly likes you, that light shows up without warning. His expression softens, his posture shifts, and there's a quiet joy that spreads across his face. It's not rehearsed and it's not polite. It's real, a genuine spark that comes from the heart before the mind can catch up. You might walk into a room, cross his path in public, or show up somewhere unplanned, and in that brief second, his whole mood lifts. His eyes widen, his smile appears before he even says a word, and for that moment, nothing else around him seems to matter. That reaction says more than any compliment ever could. It's a silent confession. You being here just made my day better. That kind of light can't be forced. It comes from affection, from admiration, from the comfort your presence brings. It's the soul recognizing something special. And when it happens, you feel it. Not just in how he looks at you, but in how you suddenly feel seen, chosen, and wanted. His eyes light up not just because he sees you, but because he's happy to see you. And that truth shines brighter than anything he could ever say.